This is a lesson about magnetism and electromagnetism. Do you know electricity and magnetism are two sides of the same coin? You can't talk about one of them without the other. Whenever we have electricity, there is magnetism. We learned about magnets since. Don't know when. We know every magnet has north pole and south pole. Like poles repel, unlike pole attract. For magnets we played when we were young, most of them are permanent magnets. They are the natural type of magnet and you cannot turn it on and off like what we can do with electromagnet. The space around the magnet is called the magnetic fields. Field in physics, as I mentioned many times in class, is a concept about an area of space where an object can experience a force on it. For example, if you drop something, it will experience the force of gravity, so it is in the gravitational field. Now the space around the magnet is called the magnetic fields. Only certain substances can experience a force from this magnetic fields. Magnetic field direction is from north to south pole outside the magnet. If you ever talk about the magnetic field inside the magnet, it would be from south to north. If there is a north magnetic pole, there has to be a magnetic south pole associated with it. Single magnetic pole does not exist. You can make a natural magnetic become stronger by putting the magnet as a strong magnetic field. Objects that can be affected in the magnetic field are called ferromagnetic substances, like iron, cobalt, zinc and nickel. Or a mixture of them, for example steel is made up of iron and carbon, steel is ferromagnetic. There is a type of permanent magnet called neodymium magnets, or rare earth magnets. These are the tiny silver color magnets you can see in many places. In this diagram you see the little balls from a toy. These are neodymium magnets. Since they are very strong, and sometimes small in size, they are dangerous to little kids. They can stick inside the body when swallowed. This is extra information. If you click the link found in the actual PowerPoint file from Moodle, you will find two links here. Paramagnetism simply means the property is similar to ferromagnetic substances. In this case, liquid oxygen can be attracted by strong magnetic fields. On the other hand, some substances like water display diamagnetism property, which means it repels by strong magnetic fields. Diamagnetism is the basic principle of designing MRI, magnetic resonance imaging. When your body is placed inside the strong magnetic fields, the water molecules inside your body will be moved in a specific way by the external magnetic fields, and when that happens, a weak but detectable electrical signal can be measured, so doctors can see what's happening inside our body. Let's see how electricity and magnetism are related. First, you can experiment that when a wire carries electrical current, it will generate a magnetic field. And the way magnetic fields line generated by a straight conducting wire is called right-hand rule number 1. You simply put your right hand out, stick out your thumb, and line up your thumb with the direction of current in the straight wire. The direction of the magnetic field will be curling around the wire in the direction of your fingers. Since we are now dealing with three-dimensional concepts, we will need a system that can represent three-dimensional on two-dimensional paper. When you draw a dot inside a circle, it represents the direction of going out of the page. If you have an X inside the circle, it represents the direction of going into the page. This symbol can be used for the direction of force, current or magnetic field. Solenoid is a structure where wires are curled around a center, like the one in the diagram. When current is passing through a solenoid, we can predict the direction of the magnetic field produced by it. This is the second right-hand rule. You curl your right hand like in the diagram. Now your fingers are in the direction of the currents in the solenoid. Your thumb will indicate the magnetic north produced by the solenoid. Since current will produce a magnetic field, the interaction of this field with an external magnetic field will result in a force acting on the moving charge. This is the motor principle. Magnetic field is measured in Tesla, with a symbol capital T. That's all you need to know for grade 11 physics. The last right-hand rule is the third right-hand rule. Try to put your right hand out like in the diagram. Line up your fingers with the direction of the magnetic field, your thumb in the direction of the current, and your palm is point in the direction of the force as a result of the interaction between the magnetic field and current. You can find either force, current and magnetic field direction by knowing the rest of the two quantities. This is right-hand rule number 3, as known as the motor principle. Are you able to use right-hand rule number 3 to find out the direction of the force for the following 4 questions? You have been given the direction of magnetic field and current. For this, let's take V as the direction of electrical current. Pause the video and try it.